Okay, welcome to Easy Podcast. I don't have any topics prepared for today, so you're just gonna sit with me until I get to Costco. Which will be less than 10 minutes, because that's just how good life is. It's raining a little bit, which is a good thing. We've stopped, so we can finally speak. My eyes sting because I was just cutting onions. And my fingers smell of garlic to ward off vampires. I'm not using a mic, but I have a feeling the quality of the audio isn't going to be that much worse. Because the mics that I bought are not very high quality. Even though my crowdfunding was incredibly successful, thank you, Caleb, and everybody else who donated. But especially Caleb, because he gave way more money than everybody else. And no slander to the mics. I love those things. They're very useful because there's two of them. So once I start doing interviews, it's going to be very good. Maybe I should actually talk about something so that the podcast isn't so boring. I went camping last weekend. That was very good. At the end of the trip, so during the trip, me and my buddy Malcolm, we were camping together, and we thought we were in a very deserted place. We never saw anybody until we were walking back to our cars at the end of the weekend, at which point we ran into some old guy, and we were like, we were surprised. It's like the first time we saw life at all. Turns out this old guy had been camping right by our tents the entire time, which is kind of creepy. He was like, yeah, I heard you guys talking, but I figured I wouldn't interrupt you guys. I'm like, we could have been victims. We could have died. We could have gotten stabbed, easily, which is really pretty funny. But I guess that's just everyday life in general. You could be stabbed by anybody. So, kind of a silly concern. But the thing that's strange to me, only slightly strange, but we entered the campsite Saturday morning. There was no cars in the parking lot. And we left the campsite Sunday afternoon. So it's like a pretty small window, you know what I mean? And this guy who was camping near us was leaving at the same time as us. So he got there after us and left at the same time as us in a very short time frame and happened to be camping near us. He's a stalker. He's a stalker. I'm just kidding. Very chill guy. I don't think old men who camp alone are that suspect. Though maybe I should. Maybe I should. Also had lots of strange dreams and supernatural encounters on this trip. But that's a story for another day. Also, it's not really true. I didn't have supernatural encounters. Ghosts aren't real. Of course. There's a fucking bus. Never mind. The bus is still moving. So, it's okay. Almost arrived. What a useless fucking podcast. What a waste of time. How long is this podcast gonna be? It's gonna be like less than 10 minutes of just nothing, of just no content. But I'm gonna upload it because, you know. In fact, I'm gonna upload it right after uploading the other podcast that I just filmed, which is even more useless. But thankfully much shorter. Like, this one's just gonna be boring. You're gonna have to suffer through this one to even get to me saying this right now. The other one is short but sweet, you know? Short but sweet. My car currently does not have a splash guard on its undercarriage like it's supposed to. So, hopefully that's fine. Just kidding, it's definitely fine. It's just not great, you know what I mean? See, I used to not understand why anybody would buy a new car, because you can get a used car for so much cheaper, and it's still nice. And cars depreciate in value so drastically as soon as you own them, so I just thought it was stupid. But now I get it, okay? You don't know... Shut up, Google Maps. My lord. It's kind of like a virgin wife, you know what I mean? It's like, if you buy a used car, you don't know where it's been. You don't know what it's been through, you know what I mean? It's probably fine, but you never know. You never know what's happened to it. Especially if you're buying like from an individual, it's like they're gonna be trying to hide shit from you. This car that parked in front of me just pulled out, which means I get to pull in sexual style, you know what I mean? Very nice. Alright, thank you for your time. I hope you've enjoyed Easy Podcast episode 28, 29, 30. No idea. Bye-bye.